what comes to mind is the expression money too tight to mention. By not facing our spending and not facing our expenditures, we might not be noticing the everyday ways that money is slipping away from us, burning a hole in our pockets. When I sat and thought about it, it was rather easy for me to come up with ways where I think that a lot of us could be bleeding money. I'm over my mid-60s, I live alone, and I think that for a lot of us that living alone, we are faced with extra challenges, particularly if we're retired or semi-retired, than couples or people that are living together, because I think we all know that when we pool our money together, it goes further. It's about checking in where we're at with our money as we age. What sort of different spending patterns and habits might we have now that we're over 60? So what are one of the ways that this root of all evil is, we've heard people say, I don't think that's true. What is one of the ways that it might be causing us some strife? I think it can be impulse buying. I'm sure most of us can relate to this. This morning I popped into my local nursery with one thing that I wanted to buy. Well, actually two packets of seeds, flowering plants, because I thought it is more economical to plant your own from seed than to buy potted plants. What happened at the nursery? Everything looked so beautiful, so gorgeous, all that colour. And what did I come home with? Not just one, but two of these gorgeous red flowering plants. When I came to the register, it was $50 on the plastic. Did I really need the plants? No, I didn't. Did I even need the seeds? Probably not. Could I have used that $50 in a better way? Yes, I could have. I could have put that $50 toward one of my accounts, my electricity, for instance. Some places are just downright scary for impulse buying. What about outdoor markets? There's gorgeous stuff everywhere, but you know, it's only $40, $50, $60, and we haven't bought anything for ourselves in a while, so we deserve it, right? We come home with this original handcrafted wind chime, and it drives us mad. We can't sleep. It's click, 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 clank, 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 tinker, tinker, tinker. We have to put it in the cupboard with all the other stuff because we just have to get a good night's sleep. We'll have insomnia forever if that wind chime keeps clinking and clanking. It'd be quite interesting to know what one of your most unusual or intriguing impulse buys have been. And of course there's food, glorious food. And I'm not just talking takeaway, I'm talking about supermarket shopping as well. I went through a phase where I was doing a lot of supermarket shopping online. I thought this is just too easy. I don't need to go into the supermarket anymore. I can spend my time doing more important things, more fun things. What happens with buying groceries online? They often replace them with what you ordered, and the replacement's not even remotely like what you ordered. You might have ordered a particular box of muesli and you love your muesli. That's the one you love, that's the one you want. What do you get? Sorry, we're out of that particular breakfast muesli that you love so much. We'll just send you some muesli bars, chocolate chip muesli bars. You're going to love these. They'll be so much better for your breakfast. If I want to take them back, and we usually don't, or we eat them, then we feel guilty because we were trying to go no sugar or low sugar. The other rather amusing thing that can happen with online grocery shopping is if you don't know your kilos or your weights very well, you might only want 3 carrots. You think, yeah, that'll be plenty. I don't eat a lot of carrots, but what arrives is a huge, big bag of carrots. Perfect if you want to do juicing, but you gave up juicing in 1990 something because cleaning that juicer, well, what a mission that was. And you ended up getting the orange skin. Has anyone got the orange skin from too much carrot juice? Vitamin A apparently. The other thing is, and this is one of the most important to me, is you miss out on all the specials. Our particular Woolworths here has fantastic specials. They have 30% off a lot, but they also do 50% off. Now that's a really good discount. When you go in the store, lots of them are at the very end of the aisle. They make that very easy for you, or they have those lovely big bright yellow stickers on them. If you're grocery shopping in Australia, and I'm assuming this is elsewhere, where this is happening with Aldi. Honestly, even if you do a third of your shopping in Aldi, your grocery shopping, you're going to save a lot of money. If you can do half or most of your grocery shopping in Aldi, you're going to save, I would say, thousands a year. I don't know. Has anyone done the math? But Aldi is so much cheaper. Big shout out for Aldi. And what about those gadgets? Particularly the ones you see advertised on Facebook. They look amazing, they sound amazing, there's nothing they can't do, they're just what you need. You've been wanting something like that, you didn't know you wanted something like that. And when you see it, you think, I can't believe someone hasn't invented this by now. Well, how many of those do you have in your kitchen in particular? And what about all those storage units? They are going to change your life. You're finally going to have a place for everything. You're just going to be one of those people, a place for everything and everything in its place, because you've always wanted to be like that. I was watching this YouTube video and this woman was explaining how she bought some Lazy Susans to put inside her pantry, and they were just wonderful, particularly for putting all your spices in. So who buys 2 Lazy Susans? Not 1, but 2. Excuse that crow, I don't know how to get rid of it. There's probably a gadget somewhere. No, not a slingshot. It gave a whole new meaning to Lazy Susans. I realised that they were very lazy. I never used them. And seeing that we're aging, we need to buy a lot more supplements these days. Of course we do. And there's always just another video around the corner to remind us that we need to buy yet another supplement. Have you looked in the aisles of your pharmacy or your health food store where they sell them? They're not cheap. And I think these psyllium fibre capsules are a favourite for lots of older people. I think for people over 60, psyllium is very well liked. There was a time I took so many supplements I was rattling when I walked. And what I decided to do was, before I took a particular supplement, I decided to research it. I wanted science-based. Too much of a certain vitamin, a certain mineral, a supplement can be dangerous for your health. I'm no expert, that's just my suggestion. And of course there's skincare, and most of us care about our skin when we're getting older. Actually, I spend a fair bit of money on sunscreen because I use a lot of sunscreen. Australian sun is very strong and I have fair skin, and I've already had some basal cell carcinomas removed, cut out, and it's not much fun. Good quality sunscreen with a high SPF factor without any nasties in it isn't budget. But what about all the lotions, the potions and the magic creams? Wow, they can get expensive depending on what brand you're buying. There are face creams over $100 for just 1 jar. Some of these prices of these moisturisers are just outrageous. Fancy paying over $2,000 for a jar of moisturiser. You're better off saving your money and getting a laser treatment. A moisturiser feels great, but it's not going to take 10 years off your face. It's just not. Oh, and this is one of our favourites as we age, repairs and replacements, and I don't mean your hips and your knees. I mean things like your electrical appliances, your TVs. My poor old oven finally burnt itself out. With the cost of the oven and delivery costs, quite expensive, the installation for just an okay oven, I'm going to be up around $2,000. Things like our air conditioning, our hot water systems, you might need a new mattress, a new bed mattress. That one you bought back in 2000, it might be sagging now and hurting your back. Your bed pillows. Did you know that your bed pillows should be changed quite regularly? Now, I don't know how often. Is it every 2 years or something, or every year? I don't know. The amusing thing about this is, it was only yesterday, I was changing my bedclothes, washing my bedclothes, so I took the pillow slip off the pillow, and I noticed a little sign on the pillow, and I'd never read it before. It had the brand of the pillow, and it said, change this in 2022. And I thought, ooh, oops. No wonder I'm sneezing so much. And I won't even mention cars. That's when it gets really frightening. A lot of your house repairs, whoa, we're talking big money. For homeowners, if you have a house and a yard, but sometimes when you're renting as well, if you're renting a place with a yard, there's gardening. So that can include mowing lawns, that's mulching, it's tree lopping. Whoa, that's an expensive one these days, particularly if you have to get the stumps out. Stump grinding is super expensive. Unless your garden is low maintenance or you can do the work yourself, you're really fit and strong and you can do a lot of garden work and you're clever at that. But most people over 60 can't climb up trees and do tree lopping. Even young people can't do that. It's green waste removal. What do you do with all your green waste? You've got to do something with it. You pay someone else to take it away if you don't have your own trailer. The gardens can be beautiful, but they can be costly. And this is one we probably don't mind spending on it, social spending. You can be out and about and somebody suggests, hey, why don't we go get something to eat? Why don't we go out to dinner? I'm just talking about your local, probably even low-key restaurants. Your Thai restaurant, your Indian restaurant. I don't think I can buy any meal at any restaurant, not that I've been to, under $30, and I'm a pescatarian. I don't even eat red meat. I eat a little bit of seafood, but even if that's a vegetarian meal, the only place I can get a meal isn't a restaurant, it's just a burger place, a burger chain that I go to. I can get a burger and some chips for just over 20. For some people it's coffee. It's not just one. They might have two when they go out and about. And I think the average price now for coffee is about $6. Sure, you can pay more. You might get some hot chips at the pub, but it's the alcohol that's going to cost you. This is whether you're at a bar, a pub, or a restaurant, anywhere that's licensed. A drink or two or three will really set you back. And of course there's gift buying. We love to buy gifts and we love to give gifts. Many people have grandchildren and many very lucky people have lots of grandchildren. And of course we love to spoil them, as we should. It can get a little bit costly. And then there are family gatherings, family outings, there's get-togethers, there's dinners. And Christmas being the big one. You can't put on Christmas lunch for $100 anymore, not even just for a few people. There's purchasing tickets. It might be for a band, it might be for a musical, it might be a play, it might be, what else do people, sporting event. I'm sure there's lots of other reasons you can socially purchase tickets. Have you seen the ticket price for seeing a top band these days? AC/DC will be playing back here in Australia this year, and I think all the tickets are well and truly sold out. I looked at the ticket price. I thought, oh, what's happened since I last went to see a big band, which has been quite a while ago. It wasn't budget back then. Let's face it, everything's gone up. If you look around, you can still have some pretty good fun for free. I do. I go to my local bands and it costs me nothing.